Hello. Good morning. So I look bad. God, I look so tired. Lovely. I'm miserable this morning. We love depression. And I decided to mix it up. I would make a video showing you exactly how I make my coffee. I have shown in videos in the past how I do it, but I don't like talk through it. So that's what we're gonna do today. Is that a good angle? Maybe. Put on the glasses. I'm also irritated because I have stuff to do in like half an hour and I won't be able to finish my book, and it just started blowing up. The plot just started like picking up and I have to get an injection today, and it's just like, today's not gonna be my day, and that's okay, but I hate that I know that at 9:30 in the morning. So I'm getting water because it's important to be hydrated. I drink a lot of coffee, but it's also important to drink water. I haven't even decided what I'm making yet, so we're just gonna figure it out as we go. But yeah, this is the Starbucks breakfast blend that I just grind up at home because I'm a little barista now. This is what I use to make my coffee. This is a Moka pot. You may not have heard about it. I don't know, maybe you have, and I'm just like being annoying about it. It basically makes an espresso-like brew, I guess you could say, without having to have like a super fancy machine or anything like that. I've been using it now for several months and I love it. I use it every single day. This is the top part. This is the insert that you put the coffee in, and then you put it in like that, and then you twist on the top. I'm gonna show you exactly how I use the Moka pot because I think it definitely is a little bit of trial and error, like a little bit. You fill this up. When you fill up the little thing that you put the water in, you wanna make sure you don't put it too high because then this won't go in perfectly. So you want to put it a little bit below this lip. See, like a little bit of space there. Top tip, I don't put the Moka pot on the stove cold. So right now, as I'm putting the coffee in the Moka pot, I'm actually going to start and turn on the stove. I'm going to turn on 7. That's just the number that I've found that works well. That way when you're putting the Moka pot on there, it's already hot. And then that way it's like, I think the science is that like the coffee isn't getting as hot, I think, or like you stand less of a chance of it getting bitter, I think. Don't quote me on that though. So now we're gonna fill up this thing, which is kind of complicated. It can be kind of messy, but basically I just start scooping and then shaking to kind of get it to be even. You know, I'm such a coffee like idiot that I don't even know what I'm doing most of the time. You do a Moka pot, I suggest like a dark or medium roast. I just think it tastes the best. Make sure that it's like really full, and you kind of clean it up and pat it down and make sure that you kind of get the coffee evenly in there. We just put it in like that. I didn't put too much water in for once. And then you screw on the top. Make sure you put this on tight. Thing is, if you do not screw this on properly, when it heats up, it'll start seeping out of this seam, right? Because this water is like boiling down here. It's just gonna come out of the seam. And the problem is with the Moka pot is you cannot touch it once it starts getting hot because it gets extremely hot. It's like any like pot or pan. Like you can't touch it. So it's a whole thing. Now I'm gonna put it on the stove. I'm putting it on the stove. Can you even see that? I don't know. Today's flavors, it's gonna be Mocha inspired, I guess. So this is coconut milk. This is what I use kind of as my base. I prefer coconut milk because it makes coffee creamy. It just makes it taste better in my opinion. I think coconut milk or bust. I also use cashew milk. I think it tastes better than almond milk, and I basically use it to add bulk to my coffee. You'll see, or if you've seen before. But yeah, this is just the kind that my grocery store has. I've made this before, but I'm going to use sugar-free chocolate syrup. Just, that's what I do and that's what I like. I think we have all the stuff, all the ingredients. So let's just do it. It's really not that complicated. If you do coconut milk in your iced coffee, you need to make sure that you put it in the fridge because otherwise it's gonna separate and look weird. The best brand of coconut milk is the Thai Kitchen. I'll put it here. You need to buy this. It's the best brand. It's smooth, but has enough fat where it's creamy enough. It's the best one. It's the best one. I stand by that. I'll put about that much, I think. Add a touch of cashew milk Like, and this is all guesstimates, people. I don't work with exact science. And then we just bloop. This is like one of my more boring coffee things that I do, but it's easy, so we're gonna do it. You take a little milk frother thing and you go like that. Whoa. Oh, first, we're gonna talk, because this can wait a little bit. We're gonna talk about when you need to take your mocha pot off the stove, which is you need to take the mocha pot off the stove, not when you first start hearing the water. Like, here, I'll show you. Do you hear that? It sounds kind of like more airy. It sounds light. That's not when you take the mocha pot off the stove. That's just the water heating up. And you can tell because when you open the top, you'll see that no coffee is coming through yet. The best time to take the mocha pot off of the stove is the second you hear it gurgling. That's when you've hit the spot where it's not giving you as great a coffee anymore. It's just kind of giving you watered down stuff, and that's when you need to take it off. Back to this. Ooh, she said chocolate. And I just do this until it looks right. I don't know. It kind of ends up creating like a cold foam-ish consistency. The best thing to use, actually, is coconut cream to make like a really great cold foam, but I don't know why. There's a coconut cream shortage. I can't find that. Ooh. Do you hear that? That's when you take it off. And be very careful. Make sure you only touch the handle. Otherwise, you'll die. I can't find anything unsweetened. I try to avoid sugar as much as I can. I do eat sugar, don't get me wrong. I don't want to sound like a snob. It's just I try to avoid it in the morning. I don't like to start off my day with sugar. It doesn't bode well. So how are you guys doing? What's up? This is a really boring video, probably. Really loud video. Just like a lot of weird noises. Kind of got, like, I definitely added volume. So this is my cup of ice.
I just want to take a moment to have a moment of peace. RIP to that cup, because I use that cup literally every single day of my life to make coffee, and I broke it the other day, and now I don't have it. And now my life, honestly, isn't as good. So I just thought you should know that my life sucks. Anyway, back to the video.
I put a lot of ice, and I do a big cup because I add, when you do dairy free, you have to add so much more milk than normal cream. It's ridiculous. Another new thing that I've been doing is I made my own low carb, technically like sort of sugar free brown sugar. I just added erythritol and molasses, and I think it tastes pretty good, especially in coffee. What I do is I'll open the top of the mocha pot, and then I'll just add in whatever sugar or sugar substitute I want to use. So we're gonna do like a tablespoon. I think that's what I did yesterday. Let's do a little more. We're basically done. We've done everything. This is another key part when you are pouring your coffee from your mocha pot, when you're pouring your espresso, whatever you want to call it, from your mocha pot. You want to make sure that you don't turn it too much. You don't want to be like that. Will leak. And I don't know why. Maybe mine is just defective, but every time I've tried pouring too fast, it leaks out the side. So I'll show you how to do that, but there ever so slightly. Like basically just like pour it just enough where it starts coming out. And then once a decent amount has started coming out and the pour has slowed down, then you can start, angling it more. But if you just go full ham, you're gonna end up with coffee all over the counter, which really isn't a big deal. It's just annoying. And then this is where I add the cashew milk. I add that first. I add enough cashew milk to basically only leave room for my cream on top. You can do all of this with cream products. This is just showing you how I do it. It kind of looks different every day, to be honest. And I kind of like it. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of fun, kind of cool. Got a little bit of this sugar-free Irish cream sweetener. I don't know. Might end up tasting weird, but I'm just gonna add like a little bit. Boo, 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 boo. Wow. Look at that, folks. Oh my goodness. And she does it again. I mean, absolute perfection. To the rim, just beautiful. And that's the coffee. That's it. That's it. Oh, I like it. So that has been my little coffee recipe. If you enjoyed this, if it ends up making it into the universe, then I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. And hopefully my day isn't as terrible as I predict it will be.